2 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 3. Faith grows exceedingly. There is no end to the growth of faith. This is why faith moves God to work. Hebrews 11:6. For without faith it is impossible to move God. The word please there means to move. When we please somebody, we move the person to action. Without faith it is impossible to move God. If you want God to move, don't just cry. Put faith on the line. It is not your cry that moves God, but the cry of faith. Your cry may get his attention, but it is your cry of faith that moves him to work. It's all right if you cry, but cry in faith. Don't just cry. You see, there are empty cries that attract sympathy. Everybody feels, oh, sorry. And the human nature likes that a lot. As a matter of fact, people get angry that I was in trouble, nobody cares for me. I was in the hospital, nobody came to visit me. What are you doing in the hospital? When Jesus said you will lay hand on the sick and heal them, you're relegating yourself and you are still looking for sympathy. Faith moves God, and faith moves people into their destiny. Hebrews again, chapter 11, verses 7 and 8, you hear about how by faith Noah moved. By faith Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved. Noah moved. And by faith Abraham moved. So faith also moves Satan out of the way. Mark 16:17, he said, in my name you shall move Satan, you will cast him out. This sign shall follow them that believe. Them that have faith in my name, the faith they have in that name will move Satan, will cast out devils. And what more? The faith moves mountain into the sea. Mark 11:23-24. If you have faith, you shall say to the mountain, mountain, be thou moved and be thou cast into the sea, and it shall obey you. From tonight, mountains will obey you. Now, faith is supreme. And I'll show you some account to establish the supremacy of faith. Faith is a general commander in the army. Faith is above all. Ephesians 6:6. And above all, in that passage, it talks about other weapons before faith. Above all, that means all other weapons are at the mercy of faith. Others will line up until faith arises. Other weapons cannot go to war until faith gives the command. That's why anywhere you find faith people, you find them at the top. Faith doesn't settle on the floor. Faith does not stay at the back. Faith takes the front position. Above all, taking the shield of faith. How supreme is faith? Number 2, it enables the unable and the disabled. Faith enables the disabled. The same Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16. Wherefore taking the shield of faith, wherewith you shall be able. You shall be able. Ephesians chapter 6 verse 16. Wherewith you shall be able. So when you look disabled, take faith. I have seen the weakest of people, including myself, who have become great warriors simply by taking faith. Wherewith you shall be able. Faith enables people. Give a weakling faith to eat. The next thing you will see is strength coming out of him. Show me the most sickly person and inject faith into him. The next day you find him running. If you came in here sick tonight, I decree that that sickness gives way right now. How supreme is faith? Number 3, it is the arrowhead in spiritual warfare. Someday Jesus cast out some devils, and his disciples came and met him. Peter in particular said, Master, why could we not cast out the devil? And Jesus said, number 1 is your faith. You threw away your faith. Matthew 17, 20, 21. Your faith. Faith is arrowhead in spiritual warfare. Number 4, how supreme is faith? It subdues kingdom. Hebrews chapter 11, verses 32 to 34. It subdues kingdom. Everywhere faith goes, everything comes under. There is no hard nation or economy with faith at work. And what shall I more say? For time will not fail me to talk about Barak, and Gideon, and Samson, and Jephthah, and David also, and Samuel, and all the prophets, who through faith subdued kingdoms. In the business world, you can subdue it through faith. Who wrought righteousness? You can't live holy without faith. Obtained promises. Stop the mouth of lions. And turn to fly the armies of the aliens. Faith can drive your enemies away from you. Faith can shut the mouth of lion from you. We all go through the maze of lion every day. Diabolical forces, physical people who constitute themselves to be terror to us. You can use faith to displace them. Somebody saying amen to that. How supreme is faith? Faith makes destiny count. If you go through all the Hebrews chapter 11 list, they were non-entities. The one who amazed me most there is the harlot. Rahab the harlot, listed with Abraham. If you check the account of each of them, you'll find the word either by faith or through faith. So faith is passage to your destiny. Through faith. Just anyone can become something if he can pass through faith. Through faith, by faith, through faith. By faith also, Sarah received strength to conceive. You can, through faith, count in life. For those of you who love to pray, the next point here, it is only by faith that your prayer can be answered. Matthew 21, 22. And all things, whatsoever ye shall ask in prayer, believing, you shall receive. Believing. Take away that believing, there is no answer. Believing is a link between asking and receiving. Without believing, there is no bridge between asking and receiving. You can ask till tomorrow and never receive until you start believing.